Well, we're back here with Vicki Olson, and we've decided to sit down and do a nice little tasting because not only do you have plenty of wine out here, you also have some nice little bites as well.
We sure do.
All right, but the glass of wine I had on the Vineyard was lovely, but I'm going to keep on going here. What is this guy? Well, this is the
what do you got?
Alicante
Boucher.
Boucher?
Yes.
My French pronunciation is not very good.
You did pretty well. I think so.
What do we got on this guy?
So that one is actually one of our biggest sellers. It's medium to, it's a medium bold style, red Chianti style wine. The Alicante grape comes from Lodi, California.
Okay.
So it is actually a purebred style wine.
Wow.
Yes, pretty earthy, full balanced.
Yeah. I mean, not overly dry, but it has hints of that dryness in it.
Yeah, yeah, and the
Wow.
tannins are pretty nicely spread out in your palate.
Yeah, it's not it doesn't have a big bite or anything like that, but it does that earthy quality really does bring it in. Tell me a little bit about, I guess, your winemaking process that you do out here.
So our winemaking process is mainly run by my father, Rosario, and my brother-in-law. And my nephew, so obviously we talked about it, but a family vineyard and winery, so everybody participates. And it's the time of the year right now where we are harvesting. So you saw some of the grapes out there. We're still picking them. So it's usually Labor Day weekend is when we start picking, and to go into October. And once we pick those grapes, we have to crush them immediately. Immediately. And then the Alicante comes from all the way from California. So once we get those grapes, they have to come in and crush them right away and go through the fermentation process.
Hold on, you're not getting juice, you're getting shipped in.
We're getting grapes.
Absolutely. You're getting whole grapes. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, because I've heard a lot about, bringing juices in, by the tanker, but bringing in actual full fruit. I mean, what's the difference in that process? I mean,
well, my father always says, he wants to know, that's all. He just wants to know. He doesn't want it to be altered. He wants to start from the very beginning. So when he was young, making wine, they used to get the grapes from the boxcars out in the city of Chicago, and he just really had a passion for growing the grapes, making the wine, seeing the whole process through, and he was always adamant about not having juice.
And what am I working on here? What is this?
You have our, so that's our full antipasta tray, charcuterie tray. It's got 3 really nice cheeses that go well with different types of wines that we pair with here. And then we have roasted red peppers, artichoke hearts, column olive olives, some garlic breadsticks, and we serve it with our famous wine drizzle. The wine drizzle is a reduction of wine that my sister has created. Oh gosh, it's probably been 8 or 9 years that she has been perfecting this drizzle. You can dip it in just about anything, and it just becomes an explosion of flavors. Starts out a little sweet, but then it has a nice spicy aftertones to it.
Wow, that's fantastic.
Yeah. People put that on. We put it on pork tenderloin, grilled peaches, ice cream, chocolate, and obviously anything on that tray can be dipped in with that drizzle. So everybody plays a part here. My niece and I, we work up front. We manage the business up front and make sure that all of these wines are suitable for all of our guests and some of our family members. And we have wonderful property managers that spend a lot of time here and really, really appreciate what we do and really become part of our family here and just like to help us make our wine.
And that's great. I mean, making it a family affair and also like building a community.
Yes.
I mean, because
that's why I brought in. We have many. We call them extended family members because we don't live here full time. So we come in, we leave, we come in. So we're constantly about, but we maintain with our fantastic staff that we have here and extended family members.
That's wonderful. What do we got here? The three blondes.
The 3 blondes. So the 3 blondes.
There's got to be a story behind that.
It is. So over the years, my father was always just dry red, and my mom and my sister like sweeter wines, and it took them a while to twist his arm to actually make sweet wines. And once we opened to the public, we said we have to have a variety of wines for everybody.
Right.
And the 3 blondes are 3. We like to be fun here too. So when you start asking me real detailed wine questions, I love to answer them, but I want to see smiles on people's faces. I want to see how, this is what we're proud of. Hopefully you love it and find a wine you want to take home with you. But most importantly, you had a great day. Everybody's smiling. And it's the easiest job in the world for us. It truly is. But this is 3 grapes that we grow here. So they're 3 Illinois grown grapes, which are cold climate grapes that can withstand crazy weather patterns.
Sure.
And we decided to name it after my sister, my mom, and I. So the 3 blondes.
You are the 3 blondes.
We're the 3 blondes. Yes. Used to be anyway. We tease ourselves. We're getting a little old, but it looks good on the label.
Yeah, I mean, wine should be fun, right? Yes. It can be very serious. You can make it as serious as you want, but it should start off being fun.
Absolutely.
And you're right. It's not overly sweet. I feel like this is a nice, relaxing, a porch sipper kind of a situation.
Take a smell. Take a little nose.
Yeah. Oh.
You might get a little bit of cotton candy, so the ladies like it when they come in and experience the fun kind of romance of that. That's wine.
It's fun. It has a lovely nose to it, and it is that perfect, nice, calm. You can sit down and have a couple glasses and really, really relax here. Oh, wow.
And that pairs really nicely with the Wensleydale pear and apple. Everybody loves that cheese. That's the one. Sorry, hold on.
This guy right here?
There. Yeah.
Okay.
That'll pair real nice with that. It's got little bits of pear and apple in it, and it's a soft white cheese. Yes.
It's really bringing out the fruits.
Yes.
In the wine. Fantastic. Really. Wow. There's a lot going on.
Glad you agree with me.
Let me mix and match a little bit. That's about perfect. Okay. We've got one more wine here, and what is this?
All right, so I always tell people to sip slowly on this one.
Sip slowly.
Yes, this is our Papi's Dolce Vino. So it's a port-style wine.
Okay.
Dessert wine. Most dessert wines you will find are fortified with a brandy. Ours is fortified with a high grain. Basically, we call it a Polish vodka, but it's a high grain alcohol. And what we like about it is that instead of infusing 2 different flavors, vodka, high grain alcohol doesn't have a flavor.
Doesn't have any flavor to it.
So it just enhances our wine flavors and what we bring out in the port. Our port is sold in a large bottle, so a normal standard wine bottle makes it a little bit different, more unique, and easier to share, of course.
You've got a lot to go through because this is one that you're definitely going to take it easy, 100%.
Yes.
It is. It's big on the tongue, where it is just popping right through. Plenty of sweetness, but also I feel like it's got a lot of volume to it as well.
It
Even
sure
just like
does,
that little bit.
Yeah. It's one of our grapes. It's one of our grapes that we grow here on the property. I think this vintage is probably the Marshall Foch.
Okay.
And my husband, when we first got married, he told my dad, he goes, "You really need to do a port." And my dad, he didn't know anything about wine really. And my father said, if you want me to do a port so bad, you'll be a part of it. So that's my husband and my father's thing.
Interesting.
Yes.
Okay, and then we've got our final here.
Well, so you have to have the port.
We got a port
with a piece of chocolate, right?
With a piece of chocolate.
So we have raspberry chocolate here. We have our mint, double, triple chocolate, and the sea salt caramels, and that is a little sample of our wine-infused fudge. So that will go delightful with
wine-infused fudge.
Yes.
Of course, it has that rich chocolatey flavor, but certainly the wine hints are there as well. Let me mix and match again. Hold on. That's a delightful pairing. It really, because there is that alcohol presence inside the port that really takes the edge off of it, that little bit of sweetness. This is a really beautiful part of the country.
It is. It's amazing. When we came out here 20 years ago, I originally from the city of Chicago and the outskirts, the suburbs, and we had no idea until my father took us out here. The rolling hills and this was the perfect landscape for him to grow his vines. So he was thrilled. We didn't know what he was really doing, and we were like,
"What are you talking about,
Dad?" Of this, Dad. And he was 62 years old, and he said, "This is what I want to do." And he certainly made his dream come true. And now, we feel like we're living his dream. We joke around all day. We're like, "Dad, we're just living your dream. We're just living your dream." But it's his piece of heaven here. And people that come all day long, that's all they say is, oh my gosh, look at that view. Look at that view."
I completely agree. This is a little slice of heaven. It's absolutely gorgeous. And when you have drink and food that match that as well,
Yes.
it just enhances it even more.
And we also supplement some things on the weekends. We do homemade pizzas. So we have a pizza maker, and my sister helps out with all of that in the back in the kitchen. And we also do homemade pasta salads on the weekends. So we have enough food to sustain when people are sitting out here for a full afternoon.
You can be here for a full afternoon and not get hungry and feel like you have to rush off to get a bite to eat, because plenty of bites and fantastic wines.
Yes.
Vicki, thanks for having us out.
Oh, you're so welcome. Thank you very much.